share with us a bit about that part of your networking and relationship building strategy?
Yeah, thanks for asking. That's something that I'm very passionate about. It's every Thursday at 1 Central, and it's a very unique group. Like, we start off with prayer. Last week
Mm,
we had a guy singing and doing some worship music, but
nice.
it's a work session. It's totally free. Everybody's welcome. I tell everybody this is not the Matt Teifke show. This is for all of us, right? How can we be fruitful together? And so it's blossoming into something that is not exactly what I want, but like what the group wants is what I'm after there. And so we'll call brokers, like I'll call people and I'll push. There's a lot of people that are scared to call brokers. And I get it, man. And it's hard. Like brokers can make things difficult if you don't have a track record, right? And they can belittle you. And that really bothers me, right? Because everybody should have an opportunity. And plus, they're hired by the seller to sell their property. So even if that person's not a buyer, you should still treat them right. Maybe they know somebody else. So they're doing a disservice to their client as well. But like we call brokers, we analyze deals, we make pitches. Dude, we'll go for 5 hours sometimes. It's crazy. And it's just a space to help build each other up. And everybody's welcome. The door's open there.
That's excellent. Yeah, and we're gonna when we get to the part about how people can learn more about you and the group, we'll make sure we'll give a link for people to go there. And yeah, so what else do you do, or give us some tips on? I know you can talk to anybody. That's your gift. You're amazing. But give us some tips, especially with a lot of the us more introvert people. What's the best way to be able to start the conversation and yeah, start that relationship building process?
Yeah, I have a bit of a process that I've written down if people do want to write this down. And just like anything, man, you just have to do it and it gets easier and you get better and you do it and you get better, right? But what I do is, as far as calling a broker, number one thing is I have a good vibe. Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on today? How are we gonna make some money today? Just you playing around, right? We'll talk about Ohio State playing Texas, whatever. But what I'm doing, number one, is I'm quickly establishing my background and who I am. And therefore, I'm letting them know that they're not wasting their time because they're not getting paid unless the deal closes, right? So, number one thing is establish a track record. Number two, what I do is I dive into the deal. You got to remember, they're hired to sell the property, right? But what I'm also realizing real time is the chances that I buy this deal are slim to none. There's this deal, but then there's this relationship with this broker. And this is like a brand new person I've never talked to. Hey, how you
Hmm.
doing? I'm with TR3 Capital. Man, we're active in the market. We're buying 1,000 doors in San Antonio. Let's do some deals this year. What do you got going? Just they're just people. But two, dive into the specific deal. You're going on a fact-finding mission to find out what's going on with this deal. Number three, I'm trying to understand the landscape, right? You can find out about this deal and you realize there's five other people that they're trading a contract with or whatever it may be. So who's looked at the deal? What have they said about it? Where are you in this process? Number four, I actually typically will make an offer. I'll just
Hmm.
tell them, hey man, I'm a buyer at 15 million and I want to go low, right? But at least I'm like putting the flag up. And then final, number five, I get them to laugh. It's like literally just like that. You got to get them to laugh. But you want these people to be your friends and you want them to give you the real answers. And once you unlock that, you know what you're doing, that you're real, they'll start giving you the real answers and not
Hmm.
giving you the runaround, where a lot of people get the runaround and then everybody's just wasting their time.
Very good. I love that.
One thing, just real quick, Tim, what I want to hammer on once the market changes and the market's hot, these relationships are going to be really hard to build. So, right now is the time to do it. The brokers aren't going to want to hear your story and really chit chat and talk whenever there's 15 offers coming in. They're not going to have
Yep.
time.
Even pick up their phone at that point.
Exactly. So, now's the time to build those relationships for when the market does turn, they know at least who you are.
Oh, that's so good. All right. So what about when you're going to networking and you're meeting with, let's say, potential investors, right? Potential LPs. What is your approach there?
Yeah, I gotta find, unfortunately, right? When I go to an event, I'm there for the people. Like I do genuinely care about people. But when I'm going to an event, like I have to find the right people. And it doesn't necessarily mean they only have money. Like I just need people that are locked in. I'm very serious about this business, right? If I tell you that I'm gonna do something, I do it every single time. There's a lot of people that don't do that. Like every time. I don't slip on that. So I'm looking for those people. And what I've found is you only need to find three or four of those people, and then they know the rest of the same people, right? So I'm just looking for a certain, you can find me there, and I'll introduce you to four or five of these people. But you find the right people that are locked in, which is not easy, but you can just see it. You can see how they talk to people. Do they know everybody here? Talk to that person, and then they'll introduce you to the right people. But you have to come with value and a good story, right? Just like we said. Because if you don't, in this business, if you don't have a deal or you don't have capital, you really got nothing, right? Like it's literally just that. You got a deal or you got capital or access to one of the two. So I'm getting hyper focused on finding those right people. Once you keep showing up, I was just breaking into this in the last year. And so I showed up to the first couple. I didn't know anybody. But then after the fourth and the fifth one, it's the same people at these events, right? And that's where I was saying capital raising is hard, but there is a way to do it and it does take time. And so now, after a year and a half about it, if I do the same process next year, the beautiful thing about real estate is everything snowballs in every way. Like your net worth goes up, your deal flow gets better, your connections get better, everything gets better if you're approaching it in a long term strategy and not just, I'm here to just do a deal and like just a one deal guy.
That's super good. Yeah. And so besides like you getting to know them, getting them involved in your community with the weekly calls that you do, is there anything else that you do to further that relationship, nurture that relationship?
I think the right people, they want, you're going to find like the 5 or 10% of people that are locked in. You're probably both making an effort to keep that going. And so it becomes a two-way thing and it's not all on me. And so
Mm,
it's continuing to go to the events, it's continue to build my class, it's continue to show up, stuff like this is you're helping me get my name out and introduce me to people. I try really hard. Like I want to work with fund to funds people. I'm not really one to guide them on exactly how to do that. I'm trying to funnel them all to you. And so it's such a team sport. And some people I think don't operate that way. But once you do and you really gravitate towards that, things start opening up in a big way.
that's good. And share with us about your game plan. I know you guys looking to, like you said, acquire 1,000 units, which you're almost there already, but maybe another 1,000 units coming up here. But give us your game plan for perhaps the next 12 months. What are your goals? How many assets you looking to buy? And w- what's your game plan to raise all the money that you need to buy all those properties?
I've noticed this like in certain markets, there's not these motivated sellers that have to sell. But in Austin and San Antonio, I maybe Houston and Dallas, I'm not sure. But in Austin and San Antonio, there's a lot of motivated sellers. Basically, everybody that was active and doing big deals in the last 4 or 5 years, they're all in a bad spot.
Yep.
So there's a really wide open landscape to maybe become one of or the largest multifamily players in these markets. And so very dialed in. I have three under contract. We just put one under contract last week in Austin called The Social. And we could quickly buy 3,000 doors in the next year.
Mm,
That's the main focus. And through that, like we've got the deals lined up. There's not a lack of what we're also seeing is like brokers are seeing that we're closing and then they're just looking at us as the buyer. So The deals are going to keep coming. The deals are here. They're home runs, immediate cash on cash returns, 7 to 9%, buying them at a discount. Like everyone we're buying, the seller paid a significant higher price than what we're paying. One of the deals that you know about, we're taking over 4.32 fixed debt for 6 years. It's hard to beat that. So the deals are here. The deals are going to keep coming. So my role is to stay ahead of the capital. And we take 20 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand. But we also are, we can raise 5 million, 7 million. We can do that. But when it turns into 30, 40, 50, that's a different ball game for me. And so I'm trying every avenue I can, every conversation I can. It could be one wealthy person. I'm pretty clear on, we've all heard this guy or girl for the last 10 years that said, I'm waiting on the market to dip. That's when I'm buying. And that might be an entrepreneurial business owner.